The fact that I am being consistently live. Welcome to another episode of Consistency. Hi guys. So let's talk about how I've been showing up for myself lately. I've been learning what it really means to be showing up for oneself. Not in the loud, big, I'm doing everything right kind of way, but in the quiet, consistent, I am trying kind of way. Showing up for yourself doesn't always look pretty. Sometimes it is waking up and choosing to start over again even when you're tired to do that again. Sometimes it's saying no to things you've outgrown even when you still feel guilty about. And sometimes it's about letting yourself rest, not because you've earned it, but because you deserve to rest. And do you know what's funny? We talk about showing up for others, being reliable, being supportive, being present, but we forget that we deserve the same energy we give to people. We also deserve it as a person. You need to love yourself, you need to accept yourself. You just have to know that showing up for yourself is an act of self-respect. It is saying, I matter, my dream matters, my peace matters too. And sometimes, showing up looks so small that you almost miss it. It is you choosing to take a walk instead of scrolling. It is you cleaning your space because your mind feels cluttered. It is you journaling your thoughts when they feel too heavy to hold in your head. That is growth too, even when nobody sees it. It might look like the smallest of all things, but this is the actual definition of growth when you allow yourself to free your mind from things that burdens you. It might be little, it might be need, it might be a lot, but as long as you free yourself, there were days when I thought things I was doing were not enough. It felt like everyone around me was moving faster, achieving more, and figuring their life out, and I felt like I was just there. Meanwhile, I had a lot going on, but I choose not to appreciate the ones I was doing because I never get to realize that what I want for myself is completely different from what others are doing. Maybe because they show it out, they put it out, and I choose not to put my out. It makes me not appreciate my own effort while I was actually doing more for myself. But the most important part is I had to stop rushing myself over things that others do when I have my own life that I'm actually pursuing. Because I've realized that showing up does not actually mean doing more. Sometimes it means slowing down long enough to appreciate the ones that you've been doing, to be grateful for the things you've done, to visualize the things that you've done and you've achieved in order to accept yourself that you deserve these good things in life. And the more I practice, I realize that being present is key before being perfect, and that is something you should not underestimate. And one important thing I have learned is I have stopped needing validations for things that revolve around my life. I have stopped explaining my peace to people that don't even understand the smallest of my emotions. I have stopped waiting for the right time to take care of myself. Every little opportunity I get to spend it on myself. I get to appreciate myself. I get to spoil myself. I may not have everything, but as long as the little things I do to myself put a smile on my face, my dear, who am I not to be grateful? Be grateful for the things in your life. Be grateful for the little things you've done. The things you think they are little are big things. It's because you don't get to show off things you've done. It makes you think you're less of yourself. My love, sit down, picture everything you've tried from the very beginning till now, and you will get to understand that you need to love yourself more. You need to be appreciative of the things you've done, and you understand that you're bigger than you think. So now is the right time. I am not waiting for any time to take care of myself. One thing you also need to know is showing up for yourself is also about boundaries. It's about saying no to situations that drain your energy, even when it makes you feel like a bad guy. It's about walking away from conversations that triggers you. It's also about realizing that you need to protect your own peace. To stay sane, my dear, it is completely needed, because protecting your peace doesn't make you cold. It literally makes you wise. It literally makes you understand things you want for yourself and things you don't want. We're getting older. We're not more 5-year-old. We're not more kids. We have our life and we have to decide for it, because no one will come to decide what you need to do with your life. If you choose to go left, it's to go left. If you choose to go right, it's to go right. And then you can't pour from an empty cup. And for that, you shouldn't feel guilty for filling your cup first. And that's something I have learned. I won't say the hard way, but I have learned mid-add way that peace isn't selfish but necessary. And to be honest, it's not always easy sometimes, because showing up for yourself sometimes feel lonely. Sometimes it means outgrowing the people that you thought would stay forever, and it also means walking a path no one else understands, because this is your life and you have to decide for yourself before any other can do that. No one can actually decide for you. You have to decide for yourself before you even seek for opinions. And one thing you need to know is that is where real transformation happens, and it is those quiet seasons when no one is clapping or watching you, but you still choose to keep going. I am still choosing me, so you have to choose you. And that is where self-trust is built, because you start realizing that you can trust yourself more than you can even imagine. You stop abandoning yourself just to feel accepted. There is this peace that comes from when you stop waiting for life to look perfect. I have dealt with that countless times, and that is why I am doing this again. And I choose not to regret it, because that perfect life you want starts now. The moment you decide to make the move and drop the thought, that is when the perfect life starts. Later is not the perfect time. Tomorrow is not the perfect time. The next 30 minutes is not the perfect time. The next 1 minute is not the perfect time. Now is the perfect time. Do not wait for any seconds. That is going to be the perfect time. Now is it for you to start enjoying it. And now that you decide to make your move for perfection, that is when you will stop chasing approval and appreciating your life and appreciating progress. And that is what showing up has looked like for me. Learning to live and just exist and enjoy life beautifully. And I have been learning to enjoy the in-between of those little moments, or those little movements that doesn't look like much but actually means everything. The slow morning, the quiet evening, the random laughter, the I did my best kind of days. That is where the actual joy is. And the more I realize, the more content I am. And you need to do that. You need to find peace even in the smallest things that you do. I've also learned that showing up for yourself sometimes, it also requires healing part of you that nobody apologized for. It is also forgiving yourself for some things you didn't know back then, but you still feel guilty about it. Also being gentle with your younger self, who only did what she could with what she had. We tend to be so hard on ourselves, like we're supposed to figure everything out, and that is not how it's supposed to be. But the truth is, growth is messy and healing is non-linear. You don't need to rush things to be okay. You just have to tread carefully, and peace will definitely fall into places. And you just need to keep choosing you first, showing up for yourself, just one small act at a time. So, I have been showing up for myself by giving myself the permission to outgrow the old version of me. Because at the end of the day, you can't build the life you want for yourself if you keep abandoning yourself. You have to let go of the damages you might be dealing with. You have to let go of your burdens. You have to let go of your trauma. It's not easy, but if you decide to choose yourself first and fight to let go of your worries, you would be the best version of yourself that you want for yourself. And that's that now. And you have to choose yourself over and over again until it becomes your new normal. And maybe that is what healing really looks like. Not fixing everything at once, and honoring the effort it takes to keep showing up for yourself and keep becoming. So if you're watching this, or if you watch this, I see your efforts. You deserve good things in life. Keep showing even on the slow days, the confusing days, the boring days, the I don't know what to do days. I promise you, you're doing better than you think. Because one day you will look back and realize that life is beautiful, and choosing you is the best decision ever made for yourself. And you get to realize that showing up was the actual decision, or was the actual prayers that you prayed for. Cheers to keep showing up and keep becoming the best version of you. And do not forget, as long as God is present in your life, my love, you will get everything you deserve. So keep praying, keep believing in you, and we will get better. Thank you so much for watching to the end. And if you're in love with my self-improvement talk, I'm going to tell you guys that I'm not perfect. Everything I say to you is some things I have learned and things I am still learning and things I am still exploring. But one thing I've decided to do for myself is showing up for myself, like how I am back and present in this YouTube space, and I am grateful I am doing this. You guys are really, let me say, you guys are really, you're the reason why I am back, you're the reason why I'm present, you're the reason why I have every acting confidence to be back in this space. I don't care how many likes and followers, but the little I have are actually the things that I appreciate, and I will keep appreciating it until the very end. So thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next episode. Au revoir, and I still remain your girl. Come on back.